Looking for clarity, guidance, and insight? Join Online Insights with Bob the Psychic every Monday at 7 p.m. MST. Bob brings through powerful, intuitive messages, tarot readings, and mediumship to help you gain clarity in love, career, family, and your life path. With warmth, humor, and heart, Bob connects directly to your energy, offering validation, hope, and guidance to help you move forward with confidence and purpose. Sign up on Eventbrite for your own live reading or tune in for free on SoulSearch TV, YouTube, and Facebook Live. Online Insights with Bob the Psychic, Mondays at 7 p.m. MST. Clarity, connection, and confidence from the comfort of your home. Only on SoulSearch TV.
Recording in progress.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Online Insights. I am Bob the Psychic. I want to thank you all for being here. I am a psychic, a medium, and a channeler, and a tarot and an angel card reader. I'm located in Scottsdale, Arizona. You can find out all about me on my website. It's bobthepsychic.com. In the next hour, I'm going to be doing readings for some people here. I'm also going to be delivering channeled messages at the beginning and the end for the collective. So if you have a question or you want to join in, go ahead and go to Eventbrite or however it is you can get a ticket so you can be amongst the people that I give messages to. And you're also welcome to go to my website where you can book a private appointment with me and find out all about me. I do events here in the Phoenix metro area at least 3 times a month. Plus I attend psychic fairs. So when SoulSearch is in town, you'll see me there. But let's go ahead and start with a message. So my guides, they call themselves the Jeromes. There's 9 of them. So let me just close my eyes. Let's see what they have to say. And then we'll get started with Wendy. She's the first person who I'm going to be talking to. So here we go. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this guided message session with us and Bob. We want you to know that all of you are here in the right place and that we at the right time, and that we understand that the energy on the planet is hard or tough right now because of the Mercury retrograde. Plus, we want you to remember and understand that the humans are going into the end of a 9-year cycle. This 9-year cycle wraps up around December 31st, and a new one starts in January. So this is the time for all of those who are watching, all of those who are listening, to release all of the things from the last 9 years so that you don't continue to carry them over into the next set, into the next decade, which will probably not be a happy thing for you. So if you have things you're ready to release, whether it's about a relationship or a situationship or about a job or just forgiving yourself for some of the things that may or may not have happened the way you wanted them to, this is the time to do that work and to just ask the universe to come and give you clarity. Close your eyes and simply ask the white light of the universe to come down and engulf you and give you all the love, kindness, and compassion that you're seeking. And by doing this kind of work and simmering down your inner child, you will go into your divine feminine, divine masculine, whichever sex you are, and that you will find you have a great sense of peace and comfort moving forward. But for now, know that you are all in a very safe place, in a very safe container, and that all questions are acceptable. We do not care what you ask about. We just want to help give you the clarity that you are seeking. Okay, so one thing I forgot to say, when I do that, I have no idea what I said. I just know I can hear the words coming out my mouth, and I know I talk fast, and I'm guessing during that I was talking really fast. All right, Wendy, I am ready for you. So turn on your camera. Well, I'll start my little timer, and I'm happy to answer whatever question you might have. So Wendy, what would you like to know? Where are you? There you are. Hi.
Hi, Bob. Yeah, I'm from Reno, Nevada. And those few years, my daughter estranged us because we really love her a lot before she has very close relations with us. But because the service she went through a lot in Europe, so now she's back because of that medical condition she had, nervous breakdown, and now she's fine in Portland, Oregon, with her half sister, but she's still not ready for reunion. So
what I'm hearing, my guides are telling me she's not ready for a union because she's really in a great place of shame of some sort. She's very much embarrassed about what it is that happened, and my guides excuse me, my guides are telling me that she doesn't really understand in some ways some of the things that happened. It was almost like she was, well, I don't want to say being like a puppet on a string, but there's something about that. So whatever the mental illness is, for some reason, it really kind of overtook her. And while she was in Europe, she was in some unsafe situations. I don't feel like she was harmed while she was there, but there definitely were some situations where the energy was very negative and just like foreboding, I guess is the word, what I'm hearing, and that she didn't really have a choice to leave, or she didn't understand that she needed to leave. Again, I don't feel like she was harmed physically, but I do feel like there's a lot of mental stuff going on there, and that she's really just trying to recover and like get herself back. I don't feel like that this separation is going to last forever. I feel like by the time February comes around, February 2026, that there will be some reconnection. It may, and it looks like to me like it's a Zoom call or something. I don't feel like it's in person, but I do feel like eventually, perhaps by like next summer, you will all able to be together at the same time. But right now, she is just working on healing herself and trying to figure out like what comes next in her life and what is the next chapter in some way. And so right now, what my guides are saying is that you are doing the right thing by giving her that space and distance. And even though that might be hard for you in a way, they're saying that it's really the right thing to do, because she has enough pressure on herself to try to heal and figure out like what happened while she was over there. I feel like it was a 6-month journey, or there's something about 6 months. And I feel like now she has at least like time to like work that thing out. She definitely feels safe where she is now. And I feel like she's getting the help that she needs, but she's also limiting like who she's around and who she talks to and whatever that situation is. And again, this is just from whatever the emotional, I want to say damage or whatever that was that affected her while she was over there. One thing I forgot to announce to everyone, I read with my eyes closed. And if I ask a question, I usually I don't normally, but I will put the answer in it. So did that make sense, what I just said?
A lot of sense, make exactly the same. I heard maybe it's something really bad happened to her.
Yeah, I do feel like something, but it's an emotional thing. I
And the
don't feel like it's
military.
a physical thing. And she's trying, and they keep saying the word shame in my head. So the best thing for her would to be get that kind of help. If she was here in Arizona, I would suggest to her, I talk about this place all the time. It's called the Meadows. It's in Wickenburg, Arizona, and they are the premier place in the country, if not the world, for mental health help and rehabilitation. They are a rehab place, but they do a ton of other stuff. And I believe they may have an outlet outlet or whatever, an office in Portland. And if they do, she should definitely look in to see what services they offer. Again, it's called the Meadows. It's in Wickenburg, Arizona, and I cannot say enough great things about them. So if you're looking for some mental health assistance, that would be a place to go. One of the best things the Meadows does is a class. It's called Survivors. It is about childhood trauma, 0 to 18. I took it. It changed my life. So I talk about it all the time. So that's my pitch for the Meadows. Do you have another question, or would you like me to draw some cards for you? I feel like for you that you guys are really in the right place and you're trying to like get a handle on this thing. But I feel like really the work, if the ball is like in her court in some way, that's the work that needs to be done. And I feel like she's doing it. I do feel like that the family might need some help or guidance as to the repair that needs to be done. But again, I feel like it's whatever happened to her while she was over there. And they keep saying 6 months. So was she over there for 6 months, or do you have any idea what the 6-month thing is about?
No, she was landed from Air Force to NATO over there for that. Actually, the Russia and the Ukraine war, she had to write the defense plan that time.
Okay. Maybe that was, I don't know.
It's very dark place, I felt.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was very much like dark energy that was around her. So that's why I want to say that. But let me just draw some cards for you. Let me just see what we get so we kind of end on a happier note of some sort. Unless you have a specific question you would like me to answer.
Do you think this is just not a real, because they give her Adderall, but she never had this mental issue before?
No, she never had it before. This is something that happened while she was over there. It's from whatever she experienced while she was there, and now she's like healing for it. Did you say they're giving her Adderall for it?
Yeah, it was really bad to try to get.
Well, Adderall is for ADHD, so I
She
have
never had
that.
that. She
Yeah.
never had that.
They never had that. Well, sometimes it's like undiagnosed in some way. So if she has, they might have found that it was hard for her to concentrate on one thing and kind of like, squirrel, and your attention goes all over the place. That's a symptom of ADHD. It's also a symptom if you start projects, you start like 20 of them, you don't finish any of them and you keep going. That might be part of it too. So the Adderall helps. Like the way it worked for me, I don't take that one anymore. I take something different, but like to slow me down enough, like to take a beat to think, like before I say something, and also it enables me to finish projects and stuff. Like once I start something, I can go finish it. I'm still not 100% about that. And anyone who knows me, who might be watching on my Facebook page or my Instagram page and knows me, they might be laughing. But the truth is that it is like better now. Let me go ahead and show you like what I got for the cards for you in the minute or so that we have left before I move on to the next person. There we go. So can you see them? Yeah, you can. But I'll describe them. The first one for you is Three of Swords. This is about the heartache around you and some of the fear that's been going on around you. Excuse me, but you'll notice that the Death card is next. This is not dying, but it's like new beginnings and the transition around you that's coming. Because the heartache opened up new, I want to say new levels of opportunity, like for communication in some way. And now that the Death card is here, this is about the new beginnings, the transition that's around you. And it ends with the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords, swords are all about decisions. This is someone who is very like black and white and firm. So I feel like whatever this transition is that's happening, this is about you being firm about it and like keeping going that way and not veering off. And at the end of the day, you get the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is about rewards. Wands are all about passion and excitement. That character just went through a battle or like a big argument in some way, and now he's celebrating victory, celebrating the new beginning. So if this is in relation to your daughter, here's the sadness, but the transformation's coming, and you're going to be firm helping her with the rewards, whatever the healing is, because it is all about, is this you or her? Her sharing her abundance in a very fair way with others. I feel like right now, that's kind of what is kind of like clogged or messed up in a way. But I do feel like this isn't permanent. I want to say look to January or February of next year for a big change. And for you right now, the Judgment card just suggests it's okay to release this to the universe and ask the universe to come in and heal her and help her as much as she can, while at the same time helping your family release some of the fear and the I want to say despair about the situation, but I feel like I said, I don't feel like it's permanent. I don't feel like she was physically harmed. It's a mental thing. And I feel like she has the tools around her to be able to get the help that she needs.
Okay, so she will be fine later, right?
Later,
Okay.
January, February. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. The next person is Mickey. Hi, Mickey. Where are you calling? Well, you're not really calling, but where are you zooming in from? There you are. Hi, how are you? Oh, you got to unmute.
Good, thank you.
There you go. I can hear you now. So where are you? What part of the country are you in?
I'm zooming in from Santa Clara, California.
Oh, beautiful. Okay. How's the rain? Has it been bad?
I love it.
Oh, you love it.
It's a lot of it.
A lot of it. Yeah, that's what I hear. All right. How can I help you? What question do you have? What can I help you with?
I was debating on what question I had.
The second one, whatever the second question is, that's the one.
Okay. Okay, it was funny because what Wendy's dealing with, I'm also dealing with.
Right. And you have a better, well, I don't want to say you have a, well, here's what I heard. So no judgment against Wendy. You have, I want to say you've been in it longer than she has, because what I heard in my head is you kind of have a better understanding of it because it's not as foreign as it is to Wendy and her family. That compassion and kindness that I was talking about with her, you're already demonstrating that, because whatever it is that's going on around you, it's been going on for a while, and you kind of understand like the highs and lows of it. So that makes sense.
Yeah, and I just want to say what I've been doing that's been helping the most is there's an estrangement, but I know that she's coming back, and I send pink love to her out every day.
And, let me just add one thing really quick. So one of the things I also forgot to mention at the top, all of you who are asking questions, there's going to be a common theme. We kind of found it right here. I don't know if this is going to be with everybody, but whenever I do a group session, there always is a common theme. So whatever answer I gave Wendy and I'm about to give Mickey, it might apply to you. Most likely it does in some like weird way. So just kind of take that into kind of as a bonus round question.
Okay.
So the other thing you can do in speaking of bonus round, when I'm talking to you, kind of jot down what time it is, because there's no hashtags or anything on this, and then go Google the time and see what the spiritual value of that number is. That's also going to play a role in the answer to your question. All right, Mickey, what's the second question? Because I'm all ready. What would you like to know?
I am, I run a healing business and have for 12 years. And I'm being called into a different kind of work. I'm going to keep the healing work, but I'm going to do this other work, which is earth grid holder, keeper. And I've been traveling around the world doing what I'm called to do. So I was just in the North Pole in July and doing this work. And so my question is, where's the next spot that I'll be going? And am I doing the work at the level that I need to be doing the work?
Okay, so the next spot that you're going, all they're showing me, were you already like at the North Pole? Is that where you said you were? Like north? So what I saw when I closed my eyes and I asked where she's going, they're showing an arrow going like that. So it's kind of like over the North Pole and to wherever the next place is, like over there. So this thing is the Earth. You're going whoop like that. So I couldn't tell you exactly where it is, but I know if that makes sense, wherever you are on the North Pole, you're going to be on the other side.
Well, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense to me. I know
okay,
what that
so
is.
That's what it is. The other thing I heard, so are you doing your highest good, right? I got the answer is yes. I do feel like you're going to be doing this for at least the next 3 years. There's something about 3 years in the message around you. And I feel like after that, I believe you're going to continue doing it, but it's going to be like at a different rate or a different pace. I don't feel like you're going to be as busy as that, because I feel like you're going to become like a teacher or like a counselor or well, you already are a healer, but they're showing me like that you're writing a book of some sort about your experience, about the work you do, and that you're going to be able to teach others how to do it. So it becomes more like a grassroots movement where people in communities across, well, I want to say the US, but across the world, if they're interested in it, can use some of the techniques that you're using to heal like the land or the people or whatever it is that you're doing around you. I don't feel like you give away the super secret sauce recipe though.
No,
so it's not like you give the whole thing away. There is some part of it that you hold back, but only because you have worked very hard on it, or it's something that you've figured out. I don't know if does she, and I'm asking my head, does she like sell it? No, I don't think you do that either. But there's something about, maybe you're charging those people up, like giving them the energy to do the work, and then they can go do it. And then once that energy, wears out or runs down, they have to come back and be recharged and something like that. It's something in that nature, is what I'm hearing that it is. But I do feel like, oh, by the way, when you mentioned the part about the healing center, I heard in my head, yeah, that's uber successful. So that's probably a good thing. But there's something about 3 years and something about like allowing others to like, I'm getting the chills, like charge up somehow that you do it. And I do believe it becomes like a grassroots thing. I don't know that you don't like, you might come to a SoulSearch event. I don't know if you've been to one, and maybe you end up having a booth there, like talking about your book or teaching things. Well, if you've never been to a SoulSearch event, I know they have them in Northern California.
I have been to 2 of them, and I've talked to Tangela about being a speaker, actually.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. That's it. Yeah. And you're ready to be the speaker. I mean, you're ready to be the speaker. I feel like you might not really, okay, that's interesting. You might not do it till March, but I got the sense that you're kind of ready now. And between now and March, well, they're showing a book though. Are you working on a book? Are you driven to write a book?
Yes, I'm working on a book. I'm right in the middle of it. And I have probably 2 other books after that. And it's based on me following this calling and some downloads that I got when I was in the Azores, which is right in the middle. It's where Atlantis was.
Yeah.
So
I definitely get that the downloads are the most like valuable thing. And I feel like for the downloads, what I'm hearing is you're like decoding them like into like common language. Okay, common language, whatever that means, so that others can understand it. But again, I do feel like part of it, you are holding back part of it, and it could be the part you're holding back is like the uber powerful part, so that whatever this thing is that you're doing, I don't want to say that it could be used for bad things, but it's something about that to make sure that the people who are doing it are really truly of the light and they're not like shapeshifters.
Correct,
Or,
because
or whatever reptilian.
any big changes that we bring into the world can be used, as we can see with everything, can be used negatively. So yes, and they told me, actually, my guides, don't release this until you've done this, and this.
Right. Because a lot of it is also protective boundary, like energetic boundaries around you, so that it can't be used and then turn around like zap you in some way. That's what they're showing me, because it looks like there's like it looks like glass, like diamond glass, like a circle around you that you use for like energetic protection in some way.
Yeah,
but you definitely have a gift in many ways, and I do feel like for the healing center, do you heal with your hands, like energy through your hands?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
And I feel like it's almost like the same thing when you're like going like this and like over the earth or whatever that's about. That's what it's.
Yeah, I do it right online, and I have clients all over the world.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that work I've been doing a long time, so I'm very skilled at that. But they're telling me that my job is to bring this information to the world.
Yes.
And it's information that I haven't seen in. Well, a little bit of it I've seen somewhere else, but a lot of it is information not seen yet.
Yeah, and I feel like, and you have like the I don't want to call it like the secret key, but that's what I'm hearing it is.
I do. Yeah.
Like the decoding, like a decoder ring of some sort. That's what I'm hearing it is. So you're definitely in the right place, doing the right thing. That's 100% true.
I just want to make sure. And where you were pointing to was Antarctica.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
I just close my eyes because that's how I get it. And then I point, and then people say, oh, wow, that was right. And sometimes it even surprises me. I'm like, if we had a personal session, I'll be like, did that make sense? And I'll be thinking to myself, there's no way that did. And people will say yes. I'm like, really? So that's like, it kind of keeps me grounded this way.
Yeah. So thank you very much for
You're welcome. My pleasure.
Yeah.
All right. We're ready for the next person. I'm waiting for, there we go. Rosio I probably butchered that. Hi, how do you pronounce your name? Am I right? Is it Rosio?
You actually said it right, so that's good.
Oh, awesome. All right.
How are you, Bob?
Where are you zooming in from?
I'm zooming in from San Bernardino, California.
Okay. Just over I'm in Phoenix, so just down I-10 a bit.
Yeah, that's correct.
All right. How can I help you? What would you like to know?
It's about a relationship. I've been in a and I don't want to cry.
Let me just give you some stuff and see if this matches. So the relationship you're in some ways, like I want to say in some ways, it's kind of like drawing to a close in some way. I feel like you've been in it for a while. It might be, I'm hearing the number 7, so I don't know if that's 7 months, 7 years, 7 somethings.
It's his birthday.
What is it?
It's his birthday.
The 7?
Yes.
Yeah. So I feel like the reason it might be drawing to a close, I feel like you've gotten to the point where I don't know that you're being breadcrumb, but you're really like ready for something more. And I feel like you've been uber vulnerable and like open and all those things as like in your divine feminine. And he has been, for whatever reason, I don't feel like he's a bad guy, but like unable to step up the way you really need someone to for that like spiritual part of you. Mm-hmm. And I feel like you've been waiting around for this to like come to fruition. And now you're kind of like, what's interesting about that, if I'm right, and I'll open up my eyes and ask you, this Mercury retrograde that we're in right now is all about communication and relationships and all of that stuff. So it's probably no accident that this is coming up for you and that you're asking me about this right now. Because I do know, in fact, I recorded my social media this morning with an amazing woman. If you need help with social media, hit me up. I will give you the best person on the planet. But we did something for Virgo, Gemini, Pisces, Sagittarius, and Aquarius, because apparently those are the signs. Which one are you?
Aquarius.
There you go. So my friend Christina, I love her, she is Aquarius too, and in her, oh my God, it kind of matches what I told her. So if the breadcrumbing makes sense to you, that's what I told her, and I'm just wondering if that's for like all Aquarius. So I got the chills on that. So did what I say make sense? Did that help you?
I don't understand what breadcrumbing is. I'm bilingual.
So breadcrumbing is where the other person just gives you enough to keep you like hooked, but not enough to step up and be like, the man you want him to be. Like, it could be like, well, you know, if you tell him you love him and he doesn't ever say it back, but then he kind of gives you hints, that's kind of breadcrumbing. Or if you're like with him for a week at a time, and then all of a sudden you guys go out some other time and he's kind of like rude or distant or something, like he's trying to push you away.
Okay.
Yeah. So is that kind of what's going on?
Kind of. Yeah, basically, yeah, I say kind of because it's more on the yes side. It's just that I have a barrier because of the same reason. And so I just don't know if I should just continue to stick around, or do I don't like wasting my time.
So when people ask you that question, my favorite response is, okay, you know the answer to that.
Okay.
I tell you. So the answer, so let me just ask one quick question before I give it. How old are you? Are you 27?
I am 44.
Not even close. Okay, so let me just tell you why I asked about 27. I'm really bad on ages. So there's something called Saturn returns. This might help you.
Okay.
Saturn return is 0 to 27, 28 to 54, and then 55 and up. And the idea is that it takes Saturn 27 years to bop around the universe, and it's one chapter in our life. So if you were 27 or 28 right now, you are closing that chapter with him and ready to move on to something bigger and better. I do feel like you know the answer, and I feel like it's going to wrap up before the end of the year.
Okay.
I don't feel like it's going to be like, oh my God, F you, I hate you, get away from me.
No.
I don't think it's that at all. But I do feel like you're ready for something different. I would say to you, though, when you mentioned the part about you have that barrier yourself, this might be a time for you to do work on yourself and figure out what that is and help clear some of that. So I talked about the meadows 2 seconds ago. I would then point them out. I don't know if they have something in San Bernardino or not, but if they do, they have online stuff. But that would be something, that survivors class I mentioned, it's in Wickenburg, Arizona, that would be worth every penny. It's priceless to help clear that, because a lot of what's going on around you. Okay, what happened at 37?
I had a lot of legal issues. I had
this is something from then. This is something from 37.
Yeah. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So in terms of the legal issues, what I'm hearing on that, whatever they are, I don't know what they are. I feel like they're telling you that in some reason you kind of brought it onto yourself, but there was a reason you did that. Is to like stop whatever direction you're going. Now that you've already done that, and I feel like don't tell me, are the legal things still around? I don't feel like they're around you anymore, but I feel like you're supposed to use the lesson from that to help clear whatever that it is. If you have, what also I'm hearing, if you have like shame or guilt around whatever that legal mumbo jumbo was, it's okay to let that go. Like, it's no longer really on your street, like on your side of the street, or like tattooed on your forehead or anything like that, if that helps give you some solace.
Yes, it does.
Okay. Other questions? Or I'm happy to draw some cards for you if you want to,
let's do the cards.
All right, let's see what they have to say. Hold on a second.
And thank you so much.
My pleasure. And I do private readings all the time. I guess I'm going to hawk my biz a little bit.
Yes.
So it's bobthepsychic.com. One of the things I do, which is coming up, it's actually this Wednesday, there is an amazing energy healer. Look at this. There's an amazing energy healer I work with in Sedona, and we do a Zoom thing. It's at 6:30 Arizona time, which makes it 5:30 in California, because we're an hour later this time of year, where she does energy clearing and I answer people's questions. That might be something that interesting for you. Let her clear some of that energy, some of that that's around you. So if you go to my website, hit the events tab and then go to events calendar, you'll see it right there. But it's the online psychic guidance and cleansing event. It's Wednesday at 6:30. All right, let me just show you these, because from the wow, you cannot make this part up department, here we go. So the first one you got, here you are being all stuck. So the devil card is about being stuck. It could be addiction to something, but it's definitely feeling trapped. Like the chains around that person's neck, I mean, they're there, but you can easily like release them in some ways to be able to move forward. When you do that, you get temperance. This is about taking a break and doing things in moderation, that you are helping yourself. Here you are on the road to riches, but this is just a reminder, like one step at a time, because now, once you break it, you get to be the Knight of Swords. This is like a bull in a china shop, moving forward fearlessly, knocking things over, like get the F out of my way. And really what you're creating is you're going to go back to be more like the Queen of Cups. Cups are all about emotions. This is strong, feminine energy, having all the angels around you. This little thing, this little guy right here, is it a dog? I think it's a cat. Do you have a cat?
I have a Chihuahua, and she's actually sitting next to me.
Oh, wow. Then this could be your Chihuahua, because I got that it was an animal, but I heard it was a cat. That's really like your guide or your protector in some way. So there's no accident that the Chihuahua came into your life. This also shows that you have all this container full of love and light, and great high consciousness that you're really ready to share with someone. I don't feel like you're sharing it with your guy, though. And that could be part of the issue here, because the other card, how am I doing on time? Good. The other card that wants to come out is Emperor. This is about, wisdom, boundary, authorities. It's like the father figure in the tarot deck. What I'm hearing in my head to tell you, this is about you using your own wisdom to, well, they're using the word resolve or like fix this situation.
Okay.
So if that makes sense to you,
Yes.
that's kind of what's going on here. So other questions or anything before my thingy goes
No.
off?
No.
Well, thank you so much. If you seriously check into that thing on
Yes.
my website,
I will.
it might interest you. And if not, that's okay too. But yeah, there's a lot there, because I want to say you've like figured it out. Now it's about the implementation piece, and there's fear around that.
Yes.
Again, I'm hearing it's about 37. It also might be about something at the age of 23. So I don't know what happened to 23, but if something happened around 23, that might be part of it too. You would know that one.
It's been lingering, but okay then. Thank you, and
Okay.
you have a
You're
good
welcome.
night.
Have a great evening. Thanks for joining me. All right,
Thank you.
Barbara, step on up. I am ready to speak with you. Hi there.
Hi, Bob. It's good to see you.
Hi. Thank you so much. How can I help you? Where are you zooming from?
From Tucson, Arizona.
Tucson. Oh, just down the road a piece. All right, great.
Yeah,
Hi. How can I help you? What would you like to know?
So I have, I was in a car accident last year, and we were working on a settlement. The insurance company has refused what we offered, and it might be going into a lawsuit. So I was wondering if there's anything about that, because it's been about a year.
Yeah, I feel like the first thing I heard when you first started telling me about it is there's not enough money there for what it is that happened. I feel like the insurance company is trying to get away with something. Are they going to go to trial? I'm getting that you are going to go to trial, but they will kind of see the light of day, and you'll get what it is that you want, is what I'm hearing on that. I do feel like one of the things they're trying to do is, kill them with paperwork or whatever that's all about. So if that's going on, it's like every time you hear something from them, I feel like, okay, just take a deep breath and see what it says.
Okay.
Okay.
I
mean, that's kind of what I'm hearing in my head. And they're kind of showing me, I was involved in a lawsuit through an estate thing. And the other side used to like send nasty grams every Friday just to piss you off. And then it was a weekend, you couldn't do anything. They kind of reminded me of that. So that's why I'm telling you, if you start getting, nasty grams or whatever it is, it's kind of like their strategy to break you in some ways. But I do feel like that they said to do the angel answers. I do feel like that this is going to work out in your favor. Let me just draw a couple of these cards. Hold on a second. Let's just see that one. Oh, well, that makes sense. All right, hold on. No. Oh, yeah. Watch this. Okay, so this deck is called Angel Answers. The idea is that you ask it a question and then it gives you the answer. Look what I got. I got no compromise, get more information. So that kind of matches what I said, where I felt like the insurance company was trying to get away with it. But right now, it's not the right time. Like they want to go fight on in some ways. Again, this could have something to do with Mercury retrograde, because it's a tough one right now. So this might not really clear up or shift or change, I want to say, till perhaps, when is it? It's December. Yeah, like January-ish, because I feel like in December, nothing really happens. But that does seem that, hold on, there's one more. It's this one. It says, yes, but your health is definitely going to be improving. So this to me suggests that the situation is going to get healthier for you, or I want to say work out like in a better way in some ways.
Okay, wonderful.
Does that make sense? Other questions or something else I can answer for you?
Yes, the other question I was wondering, my significant other was just fired from his job. I was wondering if there's anything that comes to you.
Yeah, the first thing I heard, it's really a blessing in disguise, that this is like a wake-up call for him, that he really wasn't doing like what he was called to do, or maybe it's not what he's really like good at, that he might have been like coasting in some way. So I feel like right now, like, yeah, he's pissed off about it. But I do feel like that the break that's kind of coming up as he looks for another job or gets unemployment or whatever that's all about is actually going to be okay. I do feel like when are we getting a new job? December, January? I heard it might be in December, but I keep getting that the new one is like much better than whatever he was doing before. So if he was working like in some kind of corporate America thing and they're like higher ups or like supervisory or something, I feel like whatever he's doing now, he's going to end up like 2 steps higher than whatever
Oh,
he's doing
wonderful.
there, if that makes sense. But I do feel
Perfect.
like this was
Absolutely.
definitely a blessing in disguise. It's not really a bad
I
thing.
agree 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
He just has to know that. And I'm a guy, I've been fired, and I know it really gets you. So I just feel like the way you're naturally supportive and kind and vulnerable to him and telling him, you know, you're there for him, like no matter what, he will appreciate that. I don't know that he'll be able to show it to you the way you kind of like want to see it, but he's
Yeah.
definitely like in there for the long run with you. The first thing you said when we were talking about your significant other, I immediately heard in my head, he loves you. So
Aw,
yeah.
it's nice to hear. I mean, you know it, but it's nice to hear. I haven't seen you in a while. Last time I saw you, went up to Scottsdale to see you during the event. And it was like a couple years ago now. So
Oh, wow. Well,
it
I
was nice
still
to
do
see you.
events in Scottsdale. I'll do the SoulSearch Fair. I go to the
Perfect.
Tucson Fair too, although I wasn't there last weekend because I ripped my hamstring, but that's a whole other story. And I knew being in a car for 2 hours all cramped in there like that would not
Oh,
be great. So, but if you're on my email list, I do advertise that. If you're not, go to the website and sign up for the email list to get the Monday motivation, which is the
wonderful. I just did.
yeah, perfect.
Perfect.
All right,
Thank
I'll
you
move
so
on to the
much,
next
Bob.
person. Thank you so much. Great seeing you.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right, who is next? Annette. I think. Oh no, yeah, you're next. Okay, Annette, how can I help you? Hi, Annette. You're up. Congratulations.
Sorry, I couldn't unmute it.
Oh, no worries. How can I help you? What would you like to know?
I have a weird question. I have these dreams of somebody that I was in love with years and years ago, but I keep dreaming this person. So,
Well, I keep getting it's the universe. Like, are you guys in contact with each other?
no, he passed away 8 years
There we go.
ago.
Okay. Okay, that makes perfect sense because I got that he's trying to contact you, and then I was going to ask you whether he was alive or not. I feel like it's his spirit communicating with you. So it's definitely okay for you to speak with him or talk to it. I get that the relationship in some way was a karmic thing. Like you guys have known each other in a previous life or a previous time. It wasn't the first time you guys were together, although I am hearing that this time you were in love with him and he was like, I don't know what he was doing. But I don't know that the relationship ever came to fruition now. But I do feel like he's trying to communicate with you from the other side. He definitely is someone who cares about you and wants to make sure that you're safe. And so I feel like the messages you're getting are showing you that you're like protected by him in some way, like he's standing like right behind you or his energy is behind you, helping to guide you in some way. Does that make sense or resonate in some way?
Yeah, it really does. I kind of thought that too, like
Yeah.
a past
I'm just going
life.
to turn on my fan really quick. It's getting hot in here. No, but I feel like that's what that is. I feel like you're in the right place and definitely, asking about it now that you've heard, you can ask them, and do you like dream about him in color and everything so you can totally see him? Because I definitely get that that's kind of, does she see or hear stuff? So
Yeah,
your
and there was
gift
a
is
big
about like
age
hearing or
difference. So
feeling.
he
but-
wasn't somebody that we were together. We just felt
yeah.
this.
That's that like
Yeah.
twin flame, soulmate energy thing that I was getting that you guys had. Because like I said, in a previous life, you guys were together. And I get that it's more than one time too. So that's really what that's all about. So I feel like he's just there letting you know that you're protected and that he's around you. The only caution I usually tell people is don't let this dream like keep you from trying to meet other people if you want to do that, or being in other relationships in some way. Because
Oh no, I'm married now, so it's
there you go.
nothing.
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So I want to say it's harmless as compared to like harming your
Okay.
marriage, but it's definitely someone who he just wants to be around you and he's showing himself to you. I keep hearing the word safety. So he's just showing that you're very like safe in some way, like being with him.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Makes sense. Yeah. So, and I feel like too, so one of the things I do in my practice is I always give people clarity about whatever their question is, whatever their situation is. I feel like I just did it for you. So I had to toot my own horn on that one. So, yeah.
Yeah.
And did you tell me, so where are you, what part of the country are you
Oh, I'm
in?
sorry. Brentwood, California. Near
Okay. I
Stockton.
grew up in West LA near UCLA. So we're
No, the
fairly
other
neighbors.
Brentwood, Northern.
Yeah, there you go. How's the
Yeah.
rain? Is it as bad as they?
No, we got light rain, nothing heavy.
Nothing bad. Yeah.
No.
Okay. Other questions? What else can I help you with?
Yeah, I have a daughter that's in a bad marriage, and she
Yeah, let me
finally.
help you out. She doesn't really know what to do. to get out of it, but it is like comfortably uncomfortable for her. So what I mean by that is something in her life when she was, I want to say it might be 17, although that's kind of old. It might be the age of 7 though. She saw something or something happened or she experienced something and she's kind of like reliving it in some ways. Because the guy that she attracted to herself, most likely, is he like her? I heard uncle instead of dad. Is he like an uncle that was like mean to her or something?
An uncle that was, no, she didn't have any uncles that were
No
mean to
uncles.
her.
So
No.
usually we attract our parents. So if it's a thing, it's like it might be about her father. But I didn't get that it was about her dad. It's about somebody else. But again, the age I'm hearing 17 a lot. So I don't know if she had a really rough relationship when she was 17, or if the first guy hurt her, or whatever that was about. She might still be trying to resolve that, and she married this guy as a way to do it. Yeah, let me help you on that one. That never works. So,
No.
but right now I do feel strongly that she's kind of like stuck. So the best thing I would suggest her is therapy or someone to talk about who can give her the tools that she needs. Because really, I'm also seeing the Emperor card, which came out earlier. That's about boundaries and authority and wisdom. It's really about the boundaries, that she kind of might not have any boundaries, or this person is running roughshod over them. And that's why she's so miserable. It's almost like she can't stand up for herself. Not that she can't do it, but she's kind of like unable to, like she's not sure.
Right.
That's what I feel like it is.
Okay.
If that makes sense to you. And it's kind of like, okay, we can get her the help that she needs. That's what I feel like she would need like the most from you, is just because I already got you're kind and compassionate and all those things, but I don't feel like you're supposed to be the therapist. So if that helps you, because that will just muddy things up, and yeah, that'd be bad. So, but I do feel like she does need to find someone who can help her, like, get that clarity or figure out what the steps are, really to like, they're showing me like reclaim herself, like get into a container that's safe, is if I heard it.
Okay.
Does that help? Make sense?
That helps. Yes.
Okay. Any other questions before I set you free?
Nope, that was it.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. Don't forget to check out my website. I do stuff all the time just like this. I'm happy to talk to your daughter.
Okay.
All right.
you.
Next up, Leona. Come on down. I guess they don't say that on this, but we could. Yeah, Leona. There you go. Hi.
Hi, can you see
Hi,
me?
how are you? Thanks for joining me. Where are you calling from?
Thank you. I'm from Petaluma, California. It's
okay. I know where that is.
yeah.
All right. How can I help you? What would you like to know?
So last December, I started having some health issues, had a couple of operations. Things sort of continued through this year. And as you were talking, I had never been sick, right, in my whole life until everything fell
Well, what I
apart.
heard about the sickness, it was like trying to get you to slow down and kind of like notice I want to say like the trees, like it said, like whatever that expression is, like you're going like 80 miles an hour down the path and you're supposed to be going slower so you can notice the stuff around you. That's what I heard this is about, like to slow you down so that you can enjoy some of the things that you've like created in your life, if that makes any sense.
When you were talking to the first two ladies, I'm like, oh, that doesn't apply to me. I'm not estranged from anybody in my life. And then I went, duh, I'm estranged from myself.
There you go. Yeah, because I don't know if you saw me, I'm nodding my head going, no, you are. Yeah.
Yeah.
That happens a lot. So I can vouch on that one. And to me, like half the fact that you've recognized that is like half the battle. So there's books out there about like inner child work and like talking to your inner child. I have a picture of me when I was like, I don't know, 3 or 4 on my bedroom wall. So every morning I get up and look at little Bob and like say good morning and like take care of him in some way. And I feel like that's probably one of the best things you could do for yourself. Is there's also, if you're doing like therapy, there's something called family systems, something or other, but it's about family systems. It's about like the parts of us that would be helpful too. But I do feel like that you have a great grasp on this thing. The operations, my guides are saying they might not have really been necessary, like medically. Well, they might have been necessary, but I don't know that you really needed them, is how I'm hearing it in my head, if that makes sense. But it is definitely a way to slow you down to like enjoy all of the abundance and all the things you've created in your life up to now, that you created all this great life. And like, I don't want to say you weren't enjoying it, but my guides are saying like you weren't appreciating it, like not in a bad way or like in a, like an ego way. That's not what it is. But like, it's like, oh, there we go. It's like rewards. Like, okay, I did X, Y, and Z, and the rewards are A, B, and C. Okay, what, like, enjoy the rewards, because it's kind of like you just kept like that going, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. It does, definitely.
So maybe that's why you're here, to hear me talk about the meadows, because I would definitely, yeah, there you go. So, but that's definitely something that I would say for you. But I do feel like the fact that you kind of recognize this, I see you, looks like you're reading books on like inner child. The premier expert on that is a guy named John Bradshaw. I know he's not alive anymore, but he is the one who created all that, like healing the, I think the book is called Healing the Shame That Binds You, but he's got a ton of them. And in the 80s, yeah, you were around then. I was too. That was his deal, and he's very famous for that. And that's who I would like point you to.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
So, anything else I can answer for you? Would you like me to draw a couple cards?
Sure. Thank you.
All right, hold on, because we still have about, on my little watch, it looks like I got about 15 minutes to go, so that's good. Oh, there we go. All right, hold on. That one, upside down or right side up. Okay, here we go. This is going to help you a whole bunch, because you cannot make this stuff up department. Okay, so here we are. This is you like in the immediate past. Actually, I feel like this is kind of all going on around you now. So the 8 of Cups. Cups are all about emotions. In this card, emotionally, things around you are kind of like, okay, that's why they're stacked. But you know there's something missing. Like there's some little something missing in your life. And this guy right here is going into the mountains to try to find it. What you're really looking for, here's the King of Cups now. This is like emotional stability and emotions like being under control, using this thing to bless other people. That cup is how he shares his emotions with others. He also doesn't feel the drama and stuff around him, because he's on top of this concrete pad and there's the water underneath him. Right now, though, you're kind of in your own way. Like you're preventing yourself from moving forward. I feel like this could have a lot to do with fear, or really like, I'm not sure what to do next. That's why I suggested those couple things, because I feel like once you get the clarity that you need, you'll get to this one. Let me just talk about this card really quick. So the Pentacles, this is about abundance, and they're kind of in that rubber band, so they can't really do anything. And the water back there, that's the drama or the uncomfortableness that's around you. That's what the water represents, the big waves. What's interesting is after you do this work, no more different disappointments around you. So the 5 of Cups, when it's right side up, this is about being disappointed. This guy's pissed off. He didn't make it over the bridge to the house. He kicked over his 3 cups, but it's upside down. And the way I read them, that means no, the opposite of the card. So it's like once you get out of your own way, no more disappointments upside down, that you'll start seeing things exactly the way they are. So the Moon card, when it's right side up, it's about strong feminine energy, but it's also about things not really appearing the way they are. But once it's upside down, that means no, they are going to appear like the way that they are, the way you want them to be. And that transformation or that move is going to give you, like, I want to say emotional stability, because here all the cups are stacked up there. Those are the emotions. The 8 of Wands sometimes is about travel and moving forward fearlessly, but I feel like this is just about the transformation that you're making as you get towards where the cups are. So did that make sense?
Yeah, definitely. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other question or anything I can answer for you?
No, I'm good. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thanks so much for being here. Okay, we have one more individual. Kai, come on down and step up. How can I help you? Hi, welcome. Oh, you have to unmute. There you go. All right, I can hear you now. So where are you calling in from?
So I'm calling from like Moorpark, California.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like near Thousand Oaks.
Yes.
So what happened is like right now, I am taking the like state testing for like last exam. And then like during like while I'm like studying, and then so what happened is like I have someone that, you know, my partner lived with me for like 4 years. And then like because he was drinking, and I have a 16-year-old son. So I asked him to like, you know, get an apartment, like, you know, 3 minutes away from me, and then like live there if he's drinking when my son's is here, so that, you know, everyone will be safe and my son will not see him drinking, right? And then so what happened is like a few months ago, I think in April, his dad passed away, and then he went back to Missouri. And then when he come back, he started like looking like, you know, dating sites. And then so what happened is like, I'm sorry, like after like a few years back, like we start having like, you know, he stopped touching me, like, you know, but we become like very best friend. Like he was there with me all the time. I work from home 24/7. And then he said, and then he found a partner, the lady that who is two kids, and then he is like, she's married and she doesn't even have a paperwork. And then they started having sexual relationship. And then at first they were going to hotel because he was hiding it. And then I found out that that he was sending something to her to Amazon account. And then I found out now she's coming to his place every week before if I don't think they call each other every day, but she will call him to have
so let me ask you a question now that I'm here. So why are you still with him? So this is a lot about
nothing.
I understand that, but he does not. If you were on the receiving end of what you just said, you would tell that person, what are you doing? So this is all about your own worthiness. In the very beginning, he was breadcrumbing you. I think we talked about it before. Someone asked what that was. That's a good example of it, where he's kind of giving you what you need. One of the things, so let me ask you a question about your family. Were one of your parents alcoholic?
Yes.
Okay, so this is why it's normal to you. So as a child of alcoholic parents, that's why you dated someone who was an alcoholic. So when you would come home from school, you didn't know if mom or dad was going to be drunk or sober. And so that whole not knowing, that uncomfortable thing becomes normal. It's not, let me help you on that. It's not normal, but it is normal for you because that's how you were raised. That's why it was okay for him to be in your home drinking and doing all that crazy stuff and telling him to get his own apartment. That's fine. He most likely, that's the alcohol part. He most likely might also be a narcissist, and that your supply, he used you up and now he's on to something bigger, better, and bolder. And if you talk about that relationship, so the woman, if she's married, clearly is not emotionally available, and he really isn't either because he's drinking. So that's just a mess. So I understand how you love him, but really this love is all of, I'm not a therapist, but I play one on TV. This is the fantasy of him that you're in love with. It's not really him. And the thing that you're in love with is the idea, what if it worked out right, and that whole fantasy thing, but it's not accurate. And so the best thing I can suggest to you is, I can read cards for you. There is a 12-step group called, oh my gosh, AC. It's Adult Children of Alcoholics and Other Toxic Somethings or Other. That would be really good for you to attend. Because
I try, and then I have therapy. I spent a lot of money on therapists. And then still because I work from home, right? He is a best friend to me. And
but he can't be your best friend anymore. You can't. You have to cut. You have to do no contact because it's toxic for you.
But the
because you're asking, because think about it, you're asking about this other woman, and it would make sense that you're jealous of that, or it sounds like you are. I can't really tell you, but that's what it is. But he might be your best friend, but he really can't be your best friend because he's not sober. And he's hiding things from you and all that. And who knows what he tells you that may or may not be true. Most likely, most of it is not true. So that's why being his best friend and all that, it's toxic for you. So this is the time of year. As I mentioned to somebody else, we're in this Mercury retrograde, and it's all about communication and wrapping up relationships. So it's no accident that you're here now and hearing me kind of preach at you about it, because I don't know you from Eve, but I can tell you as someone who cares about other people, and that's what my calling is, to say, hey, no, you got to cut him off, no contact. And then if you were in therapy and it didn't work, you need to find a different therapist, because there is help out there. You're not the first one. You won't be the last in the situation. Although I know there's probably guilt and shame and all that around there. But really, this is about taking care of yourself and honoring your inner child, little Kai, inside you, and making her feel safe from all this drama. And so being around an alcoholic feels natural because that's how you were raised. So it feels comfortable, but it's really, yeah, go ahead.
Well, I feel very, very sad because right now, he thinks that woman is better, treat him better. And then he prioritized. I was with him for 4 or 5 years, and all these legal issues.
You're never going to be able to change his mind. There's no, I don't even need to read cards to tell you that. You're never going to be able to, because he thinks she's better because she's a better supply if he's a narcissist, which is what it sounds like to me. My best advice to you, like I said, is that 12-step group or a different therapist. The Meadows has a training program for therapists. So if you're looking for a therapist, see if they're Meadows trained, if they've been through the Meadows system, because it's all about, when we were little, there's 6 needs that a child has. And if those needs don't get met for whatever reason, then we act certain ways as an adult. And my friend, that's what's going on around you. I don't want to
No,
say
no.
this is a classic story, but it is. I've heard this one a lot. Go
So,
ahead.
and then like, so it happened, like, so what happened is I'm taking a CPA test, right? I passed already 3. And the last one, like, you know, it's happening. I can't focus and I can't do anything. I was just like, you know, like at the time I'm checking the phone and I'll go to his house and like, you know, sneak in, like, you know, and then he took the key. I mean, it's like I'm like 18 years old, like a mess. So I
Right.
don't even know
So,
how
and if,
to,
like I said, if you,
unprofessional.
I don't know if they do rebroadcast this, it would be worth it for you to go back and listen to like what you just said, because you will go, wow, I sound crazy. You're sneaking into,
Yeah,
you're
I
breaking
am.
into his house. I mean, and I'm not
They
making fun of
knocking
you,
on
and
the
there's,
door, and then like
yeah.
it's like really embarrassing because like
Yeah,
because
that's why I'm suggesting to you that you're ready to get the help you need. I know you're going to pass that CPA test. I feel like you might have to take it twice though, but a lot of it, this is the craziness, is it's about going no contact, like 100%, blocking his phone number. Don't go to his house. If you need to move, whatever that is. And I will tell you from personal experience, it's really hard to do that. I was involved with someone who was a predator. We're in no contact now, and it's been really hard. We've been in no contact for a little more than a year, but I still think about her every day, but I know I can't ever talk to her, be around her, know anything about her, because it's toxic for me. But I've done a lot of healing and recovery work to get to this point. So I'm trying to like show that to you too. So there is light at the end of the tunnel, but you're kind of like at that rock bottom point, because you're doing things that you know in your head are like, wow, that's crazy. I can't believe I went and broke into his house. But at the time it made
yeah,
sense.
like knock on the door and like you know
Yeah, yeah, I get that 100%, like it made sense, but
because he
really,
took the key away from me and
and
then
he
like
should have, because you're not part of his life anymore. He's dating somebody else,
it's not
whatever that
dating like
relationship is.
but he will come to my house like when she's not there, like you know,
So
because
now he's using you.
we have a dog together and whatever, and like
Okay. So guess what? He moved out. You kicked him out. I see. I have 5 minutes left. Yeah. So you kicked him out, and now you're like ready to move on. So who cares? The dog's not going to miss him, or give him the dog, whatever it is. But you got to go into no contact, my friend. No psychic is going to be able to help you, because you're never going to get the message that you're looking for, which is like, oh my God, he's going to break up with her and he's going to come back to me and everything's going to be, roses, balloons, and unicorns. No, it's not ever going to be that, because he's not healthy. I'll just point at him because that's the clearest one. He's an alcoholic and he's drinking. You're kind of like stuck up and all that from whatever happened to you as a kid, because you don't, no judgment again, but it's kind of like, as someone who grows up in a house of an alcoholic, you don't know anything different because that's what happened to you. So now's the time for you to realize, wow, that's messed up. I shouldn't be doing that. Why am I doing that? And that's where the therapy and all the tools that are out there to help people in your state. There's got to be resources around you, but in the short run, no contact. And I'm sorry about the dog. You don't get to see the dog anymore. We broke up. You're not in my life because you're seeing somebody else, but it's deeper than that. It's got to be deeper than that. Does that make sense?
yeah, I'm very sad though.
Yeah, I believe me, I totally get it. That's why I kind of told you a little bit about my story. I can't tell you how many nights I cried about her, and now I look back and go, what for? She was lying the whole time. It's the same thing for you. I'm just a year down the road because I've been in recovery and I've done all of those things and I hit rock bottom and I did all that. So I'm kind of say, all right, let me help you. This is what I did. Go follow my steps. The 12-step group, the ACA group, find one nearby you and go. And especially if there's one that's just women only, that would be good too. I don't know if they do it that way or not. I know some,
This is over
A
the
groups
Zoom.
are just men and just, yeah. But it's worth it to go. And on the meeting thing, if you've never been, I would tell you, you got to go at least 3 times, because the first time you're going to go, wow, this is weird. What was the point? That's why you need to go 3 times, because you'll see it's in the interaction of the people that's going to help you. I've only got like 2 minutes left, and I want to do a quick channel message. So I'm happy to talk to you more if you want. On my website, you can book an appointment. I'm more than happy to help you and show you all the resources that I know to help you. But my short answer is no contact. You've got to cut them off. And I know how hard it is, but that's really what's got to happen. Okay?
Mhm.
Yeah, and I know you're sad. Write a letter. Write a really nasty letter to him. Don't give it to him, though. but go and start writing.
I did write like letters, email, text. Like it's like I'm like a
No,
crazy.
don't give it to them. It's just it makes you, it help. Yeah, no. Anyways, I got to run. But like I said, if you go to my website, I'm more than happy to help you. It's bobthepsychic.com.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, everybody. I think there's about a minute left. I want to thank all of you for being here. Please check my website, bobthepsychic.com, if you'd like me to do a personal session for you. Before we go, I know I've got about a minute left. So instead of doing a channel message, I'm just going to draw a card. Hold on. Let me get a good one because those were the ones from the last one. I don't want to do that. All right, well, while this is fumbling, anyways, my website is bobthepsychic.com. I do events here in the Phoenix metro area, or I do readings over Zoom all the time. I have clients all over the world. I invite you to go to my website and check it out, because right now, the card that wants to pop up, it's been out before, the 8 of Cups. This is knowing that there are things around you that just aren't right, that don't feel exactly right. So now's the time to get the help you need, whatever that means, whether it's me or someone else. I don't really care who it is, but it is about getting the help. This Mercury retrograde is about resetting relationships, getting clarity going into the new year. I've got a tarot guide for the new year coming out. You're welcome to go to my website, sign up for my email list. It's the Monday Motivation. It's a channel message every Sunday. Plus, you'll find out about the guide. So until next week, I think I have 30 seconds-ish. I want to thank you all for being here. I invite you to come back again. My name is Bob. bobthepsychics.com is my website. Thank you so much for spending part of your Monday night with me, and I look forward to seeing you all again next time.
Looking for clarity, guidance, and insight? Join Online Insights with Bob the Psychic every Monday at 7 p.m. MST. Bob brings through powerful, intuitive messages, tarot readings, and mediumship to help you gain clarity in love, career, family, and your life path. With warmth, humor, and heart, Bob connects directly to your energy, offering validation, hope, and guidance to help you move forward with confidence and purpose. Sign up on Eventbrite for your own live reading, or tune in for free on SoulSearch TV, YouTube, and Facebook Live. Online Insights with Bob the Psychic, Mondays at 7 p.m. MST. Clarity, connection, and confidence from the comfort of your home. Only on SoulSearch TV.